and Jews are a people who are commanded to remember what God has done in our history. The Jews remember how God led them out of slavery from Egypt into the desert, into the promised land. Christians remember how Jesus led us out of slavery to sin through this life and into the kingdom of God. Both Jews and Christians remember. And I was thinking about this whole thing about remembrance. It's no secret, the older you get, the more you forget, you know. I hate to say it, but I'm already experiencing that. Some days it's a struggle to try and remember where I put my wallet or my keys, where I put something important in my office. Many days I just drive past the church forgetting where I'm going. Well, not yet, anyway. Sometimes I forget the birthdays of my nieces and nephews. Pretty sad. It's just part of growing old, I suppose. As time goes by, it becomes easier to forget things than to remember things. But what we might forget over time, ourselves, is never forgotten by the church. For 2,000 years, the church has remembered the Last Supper, which gave us the Eucharist, the priesthood, an outline for the diaconate, the command to serve. For 2,000 years, the church has celebrated this memorial feast as the focus of our Catholic worship. For 2,000 years, Catholics have gathered around a common table and repeated the beautiful words of Jesus, "This is my body, this is my blood." For countless generations, people of faith have knelt down and washed the feet of other people through acts of mercy, love, service. Even non-believers recognize that what we do this evening, we do because we remember Jesus. And by remembering what Jesus did, and by repeating what he said, we are offering the world a photograph of who God is. No one has ever seen God. None of us have yet to see Christ. But our memory of Jesus' words and actions paint a beautiful picture of who God is to the world. People come to know Christ not through some photograph or work of art. They come to know him and recognize him through our loving actions. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You've heard that saying. All the pictures that my family took over those years tells a story about our life as a family. Those pictures record both joyful times and difficult times. Each photograph conveys something about a member of our family, an emotion, an event, a happiness, a sadness. Those photographs, if laid out chronologically, would become a biography, a pictorial biography of my family's life. Tonight's observance, what we are doing here, is worth 1,000 words. It is one snapshot, one picture of something that happened on one night in the life of Christ. But it tells a story that continues even to this day. It is, in a sense, the ongoing biography of Christianity, how the disciples of Jesus, through multiple generations, have remembered him. So, my friends, on this special evening, we remember once again. We recommit ourselves to remember each day that the same Jesus who sat at a table 2,000 years ago is still present to us, sitting among us, present in the bread and the wine, in the scriptures, and in our loving service to our neighbor.